It's cold outside, you all. And if you know anybody that's out there that's homeless, make sure that you can make their homeless stay as warm as possible by giving them some gloves, shoes, meaning boots, some socks, maybe a jacket, a scarf. It's cold outside. Now, before we get started here, I had initially had a title for this video, and within 5 minutes, I clicked back on and it was gone. But that's okay. I'm sort of tired anyway. I'm not feeling well. But they say be consistent. So that's what I'm doing. And speaking of they, meaning YouTube, I got the mail that you sent me in my email, and I verified my address, and I filled out those forms that you asked me to, and we already did the test run on the account months ago. You say that you all sent me a PIN number months ago, but I never received it. And now you say you're sending me another PIN, and I got 45 days to reply. I'm just waiting on the PIN. So please, by all means, please send me my PIN so I can input it into the AdSense account. Okay? You know how it goes. Okay? And if this is your first time, and I want to say thank you all for doing so. So for the record, YouTube, this is the second time that I verified my address. I'm getting all of this on record. Yeah, and I'm going to download the video so I have it on my records. This is the second time I verified my address. And I've done all of the paperwork. I've fixed issues. So I don't know what the problem is. But whatever it is, please send me my PIN number. And I want to thank you in advance for being so kind. Okay? Thank you. And if this is your first time watching the Mo Show Chicago, I ask that you share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And by all means, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Okay? Yeah, hit the subscribe button. Like I said, I'm not feeling well, you also. I'm just going to give you what I got. I wasn't doing any editing today. Don't feel like it. I'm just having an unusual day. I'm having an unusual day health-wise, okay? So I'm not feeling well. But I know somebody else who is not feeling well. And that is Jabril Miles. Who is Jabril Miles? Hey, how you doing out there in the chat room? I want to send shouts out to everybody that's out there in the chat room. I want to say thank you for being here, because you could have been somewhere else doing something else, but you decided to stop by here to see what we had to say, and we tip our hat to you, and we thank you. But somebody's not having a great day today, like Jabril Miles. In 2021, Jabril Miles, who was 17 at the time, shot and killed 26-year-old Jeffrey King. Yes, Jeffrey King, 26 years old, was the victim of the shooting of Jeffrey Miles because Jeffrey King had accidentally bumped into his homie. Did y'all hear me? This young man, who was 17 at the time, in 2021, he was sentenced to 65 years. And he has to do all of that time. All of the time. No halftime, no 85%. He has to do all the time for being stupid. And this is what happens in the city of Chicago when you be stupid. The man bumped into his friend, not him. Him and his friend was at a gas station on 83rd and Stony, okay? And when they got to the gas station, they bumped into Jeffrey King, or Jeffrey King bumped into his friend, okay? Now, they had a few words, and Jabril Miles and the friend went back to wherever they were at. Minutes later, Jabril Miles shows back up at the same gas station on 83rd and Stony. Reached over another friend's shoulder that he was with, pulled out the gun, and began to fatally shoot the man. But not only did he shoot him, the guy that he was with, the other friend, pulled out his gun and started shooting Jeffrey King as well. Stupid. So Jeffrey King, the 26-year-old victim, had two people close range firing gunshots at him. Yeah, he dead. But it all sparked because someone bumped into someone's friend. Is that the value of life today? In certain communities, in certain areas, among certain people, life has no value. You can't go outside and step on someone's shoe and say, "Excuse me." They don't want to hear "excuse me." They want to cut off your electricity. Now, Jabril Miles is now 21. And those 65 years, that quick action of a decision that he made is going to get him a lot of, or has gotten him a lot of slow time. A lot of slow time. And the homie that he was with initially, whom this initially sparked over with, or was involved with, he a free man. Do you see how stupid Jabril Miles is? Are you a Jabril Miles? Do you know anybody that is like Jabril Miles? Just because someone bumped into your shoulder, said "excuse me," but that wasn't good enough. You had to take the man's life. In fact, about it, you have to think about if this was premeditated. Seeing that Jabril Miles went back to the same gas station, is it a guess, an educated guess, that Jeffrey King would have been at that gas station? Maybe he was a panhandler. Maybe he just hung around the gas station. Maybe he lived across the street from the gas station. But needless to say, what is your educated guess? Do you think it was premeditated to go back to that gas station? I'm sure if Jabril Miles had a gun in the initial contact that they had with his first homie that he was with, he would have cut off his electricity then. So it is my educated guess that he went back and got a gun and went back to the gas station. What do you think? These are the type of senseless killings that take place in Chicago. Now he's got 65 years. They should have gave him 100. I'm just saying. Aren't you all tired of people who want to commit violence against another person? Is society tired of people using violence as a result of trying to have some type of thinking, trying to resolve a problem? Conflict resolution skills is something that many people across the country suffer from. Have no conflict resolution skills whatsoever. They immediately go to the waistband. They immediately go for the pocket with the knife in it. They immediately go for a bat or brick. Senseless killing, no conflict resolution. What do you think the future for your children would be in that community, in that neighborhood, if this is transpiring right now? I'm just saying. Seems to me that there is no place safe in America, no place. But at the same time, you can't be afraid to live your life. And when you do have a verbal altercation with someone, you don't know if that's going to be your last conversation. You don't know if that would be your last time on your way home or wherever you were trying to transport yourself to. That may be your last time you have a verbal altercation or anyone see you alive. Senseless killings. A lot of senseless robberies are going on as well here in Chicago. Just like you had this young man by the name of Michael Nash. Do I really want to call him a young man for being stupid? He's younger than I am, but he's just stupid. Here it is. Michael Nash calls himself a peacekeeper. A peacekeeper now. On the south side of Chicago over here, right off of Woodlawn, okay? Where he and another friend attacked and robbed a man. Took $650 out the man's pocket with his cigarillos. Yeah, Michael Nash did that. But he says that he's a peacekeeper. He says that he is one who helps resolve problems in the neighborhood. Now, give it a take. Give or take. You got to give a guy a break if he has made some mistakes in his life, and that's cool. You've been behind the wall. You did some stretch, but you come out and get with a non-for-profit organization, but then you tarnish their name, you tarnish their image, you continuously tarnish who you are. And luckily, one of those, what did you call those? Concerned citizens, saw this happen and gave the police the camera footage. Let them see it. Sent them right to where Michael Nash was at. And they arrested him. But you know how I go. Oh, I didn't do it. I wasn't there. It wasn't me. Maybe it was somebody else. Y'all say we all look alike. Not so fast, Michael Nash. Not so fast. You out here robbing people. Robbing women, robbing men. Hell, you even robbed yourself right out of your own freedom again for being stupid. Does Michael Nash and Jabril Smith get the dumbass award for the day? Oh, no. I'm sorry. Someone is even dumber than they are or deserves the award more than they do. I'll put it that way. It's crazy out here, and we have to be careful of how we address people. We have to be careful of how we address people. You never know when someone is on the verge of snapping. And you can be that straw that breaks the camel back or breaks the vein in their head or crack their atoms in their head and make them snap. You just don't know. Hell, sometimes being a man today will get you killed because people don't like to fight no more. People don't like to box. Many guys today, especially YNs, they don't know how to box. They just reach into their waistband. Game over. Like I said, fast acting decisions will get you a lot of slow time. Just ask Jabril Miles. And he has to do all of that time, like I said. And Michael Nash, well, he's still detained right now in the Cook County Jail. Nope, no bond for him. Nope. And rightfully so, that should be. That should be, seeing that he calls himself a peacemaker, impersonating a peacemaker. Yeah, you should get all that time. Who we got out there? Bro, I subscribe. Hey, I want to thank you out there for subscribing out there. That's right, Tig. That's right, Tig. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. And everybody that's out there, I want to thank you for being here in the chat room. Hey, what's going on? How you doing that summer? I'm doing great today. Everybody that's out there, thank you. Who we got here? Don't eat the yellow snow. Yeah, somebody pissed in it. Don't eat the yellow snow. Hey, what's going on out there? We appreciate you. Hey, but I want to tell you another story here about the Dumbass Award. Have you ever got a Dumbass Award? I know I have back in the day. I did a lot of crazy things back in the day. Have you ever got the Dumbass Award, And what was the dumbest thing that you did? Don't put it on in the chat room. Just think about it. Because some things we don't want you to incriminate yourself about, okay? Or you don't want other people to know about it, okay? So just keep it to yourself. But do you or have you done anything that gives you the Dumbass Award? What we got there? You come from who? Sonona. You come from, okay. I want to thank you for being here. Oh, Samoa. I'm sorry. They are from Samoa. Hawaii. Hawaii. Na, 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 na. Hey, the cost of living, if I'm not mistaken, since we're talking about Samoans in Hawaii, I just put that together. I don't know where you're from, but whatever city and state you're from, I want to thank you for being here, okay? But speaking about Samoans, I think about Hawaii and I think about the cost of living over there. I remember back in 1988, I was in Korea and I was all around the world at that time as well. And I think that back then, when Alaska loaf of bread was $5 to $8 back in 88, I believe that Hawaii's milk was like $5 a gallon. They cereals like $8 a box. Hey, it's all good and dandy out there. You got your palm trees. You got the beautiful ocean. You may even meet you a nice lady over there. But the cost of living is crazy over there. It's not like whereas you have Alaska, where you have the government paying you to stay in Alaska. Yeah, they are paying you to stay in Alaska. And if you're looking for a job, and if you live in the state of Utah, you may want to go to Walmart, where they're making $19.67 an hour minimum wage at Walmart. That's right. If you live in Utah. But mind you, the cost of living in Utah is outrageous as well. Believe that. And they're fully staffed according to the reports. So they're doing something right at their store. Whether it's paying more people more money, because certain states have cost of living um, brackets. Certain states have different brackets. If I'm not mistaken, just like if you go to Seattle, Washington, I believe the minimum wage is $17, $18. Yeah, because of the cost of living. Who? Recent good deed. My recent good deed was helping a homeless person. That was my good deed. Now, how did I help them? I took them hot food. I took them hot food made from my kitchen. I gave them clothing from my own closet. Adidas outfits, gym shoes. I even gave coats away. If they need a buck or two and I got it in my pocket, I give it to them. But that's my recent deed. Always help the homeless some kind of way. Because I was homeless at one time. That's right. Mo was homeless at one time. By choice, not by force, but by choice. Yeah. It wasn't all that bad for me, especially where I was staying at that time. Yeah, I was living in a whole nother state. I was in the state where you got palm trees, where it's 70 degrees on December 25th. Yeah, that's where I was at when I was homeless. Yeah. And being homeless taught me a lot of things. It taught me a lot of things about people. hmm And and it don't matter what your color is when you're homeless. I've had Caucasian people help me, more so Caucasians than people who look like me helped me when I was homeless. Yeah, but I wasn't homeless for long, just a couple of months. Okay, about 3 months, something like that. But I enjoyed it. Would I want to be homeless today? Not at this age, okay? But if I had to do it by force, I know how to do it. Yeah, what about you? Have you ever been homeless? And what was your recent good deed that you did versus the bad deed that we don't want you to discuss? Now, moving on to the meat of this conversation here, right? Like I said, I'm not feeling well. It's been a very unusual night, health-wise, for me. But anyway, the Dumbass Award. Have you all ever been to Georgia? Are they putting something in the water down in Georgia? I mean, look at it. Who we got? Cashing Out. Remember him? Cashing Out. Yeah. And YSL, Lil Woody, and what's the other dude name? Yeah, his rappy and YSL. Yeah. That the guy that like to wear the dresses, with the machine guns in the video. Yeah, we talking about Young Thug. Yeah. We talking about him. Yeah, I know his name. But I'm just hyping you all up to his name, just bring about some remembrance of what he did. And other Atlanta rappers or Georgia rappers dead. But this man here is what I'm tell you about right now. Mr. Sean Bolden Jr. Sean Bolden Jr., man from Georgia. If I'm not mistaken, 33 years old. And what did he do? According to the reports, Sean Bolden Jr. shot and killed his baby mama, Deanna Michelle Ellison. That's her name. Shot and killed her in front of their child. in front of their child, 5 years old, shot and killed the baby mama right in front of the baby. Damn. Relationships. You never know who you're dealing with out here. People have lost it. And according to the reports, he shot her at least a dozen times. He unloaded on her with the 9mm, and he ran out of bullets and uploaded another magazine. Damn. To shoot her some more after the fact that she's already dead. Now, is this man psycho? Does he have mental problems? Will he claim insanity? But you can't do that when you know you did wrong. When you know that you ran away from the scene of the crime after you shot and killed that lady, cut off that lady's electricity, leaving the baby with no mama and no you. Maybe the grandparents will take the child. According to the reports, this story too, when he killed her, was back in 2021, just like Jabril Miles did. But time has come. He's spending the rest of his life in prison. Never see the streets again. All because he couldn't control himself. In 2020, according to what Deanna Ellison said, that he slapped her in front of her mother while she was pregnant because her mother came over to the house on Mother's Day to eat. Is that enough for you to leave right there? Is that enough for you to leave right there? Does a disco wine be that good? Because he don't look that hot. I'm just saying, I ain't like that, but you look at her and look at him, and then she had a kid by this man, had a baby by this man, and he shoots and kills her in front of their child and then runs away after he emptied a magazine and a half in her. But the police caught him. Yeah, like 100 miles away, they got his ass. I'm glad. If I didn't have my phone in my other hand, I would be clapping right now. So for right now, we're just going to go, good job, cops. Good job, cops. We appreciate you. I'm glad that fool got apprehended. I'm glad that he's going to be spending the rest of his life in prison. And any man who kills the mother of his child in front of their face, how much time you think they should get? You just didn't take away anybody. You took away the mother of your child. Now, what type of vision or lenses is your child going to look at you through? I mean, most people say it's only obviously one. And he's going to be very angry at him, meaning Sean Bolden Jr., for the rest of his life. Could you forgive your dad if your dad had killed your mom in front of you, shot and killed her? Could you forgive your dad for that? I don't think so, because many people can't even forgive a stranger for bumping into their friend. So forgiving your father for murdering your mom is out the window. I'm just saying. Now, you may see things differently through your lenses, but there's no forgiveness for that. There's no forgiveness for that. And women, if you are women, If you are in an abusive relationship, yeah, I had to go back and rewind the tape on that one, okay? If you all are in an abusive relationship, get out of it. Walk away. Don't worry about your baby if you have a child. And if you don't have a child, that even makes it even sweeter to walk away. And if you're a loco, like if I can't have you, can't nobody else have you, one of those locos, leave when you go to work. Or when you go to work, just don't never come back home. I'm just saying. Just don't go back home. Make sure you get a restraining order the same day. Don't wait. And don't answer his calls. And for you guys out there that are in an abusive relationship, because you have some guys out there that are in an abusive relationship and they beat up their men. The women do. Do you all know anybody like that? Do you all know any woman that wears the pants? Do you know any woman out there that has a yes man? Yeah, just might be you out there, okay? All you females out there, you know the yes man who does everything that you want him to do, how you want him to do it, when you want him to do it. A sucker, a robot. I'm just saying. But it's not bad to be a robot if you're being a robot to that person and they're being a robot to you. That's okay. If you're being a robot, make sure they're a robot for you. Y'all call that even? What's my name, bro? My name is M.O. What's your name? I see you out there. My name is M.O. Manifesting Cipher. What about yourself? Yeah, from the Big Windy, Chi-Town, Concrete Jungle, city of Gangster. That's where I'm from. What about you? What's going on in the neck of your woods, the city and states? Are you all having a lot of violence in the city and state and where you're at? Is there a lot of relationship abuse? Or do you live in Georgia where they got to be putting something in the water? These Georgia boys just going crazy. I'm just saying. Crazy. And I'm going to tell you something else that's crazy right now. Right now, if you receive SNAP benefits, okay, as of December 1st, they have changed the structures and the requirements for that. Now listen to this. It used to be from age 18 through 49, okay? They really just started enforcing this mandate thing for people who are required to work to get their $190 a month. That's what the average person gets according to the reports. If you are a single person with no children, you get around $190 a month, which equals out roughly to like $6.25 a day. Now you got an option here because you still got to work those 80 hours, or do you just go and make you $7 a day to eat? If you're homeless, I'm just saying. I know people who stand on the sidewalk and make $7 a day without being bothered having to go to work. And if you are a parent and you got children between the ages of 14 and 17 and you're receiving food stamps for you and your children, you got to work those 80 hours too. Damn! They want us to go hungry around here. It has gotten so bad that they want you to work for your food stamps all the way up until your age 64. What? 64 years old is the cutoff age for you to stop working to receive your food stamps. Now, if you working 80 hours a month for some food stamps, I think you'll get more money in 80 hours getting a paycheck than the food stamps. But with all of these jobs that are being lost across America, there's not enough jobs to refill those jobs. It's already not enough jobs out here for everybody that wants a job. I'm just saying. People say, get a job. Okay, help me find one. Tell me where they're hiring at for the people who are in those or in that situation. I'm not in that situation, so I'm not saying me, okay? Like I said, I hit the jackpot. Great friends and a great lady. I've lived a great life. Even before I met my jackpot friends and my jackpot lady, I still had a magnificent life. I've traveled the world before I even met them, and I've continued to travel even more afterwards. So yes, I hit the jackpot, and I'm madly, madly super blessed. Super blessed. So if you are super blessed to have good friends and a good woman or a great woman, hang on to that. Don't screw it up. Because some people have a habit of screwing good things up. I'm just saying. Remember those things I was asking you about? What was one of the dumbass things you've ever done? I'm sure being guys the way we are, we have messed up or broken the heart of a female before. Yeah. And right after we did that, somebody broke our heart. I'm just saying. So, if that is your case, and the lines are even, or the size of the seesaw is even, take a break and slow down and enjoy what you have while you have it. Because somebody else would love to have what you got. Anything that is of value to you, somebody else would love to have. So appreciate that, embrace that, honor that. I know it's kind of hard, guys, with all of the women that's around, it's like what, 12 women, 15 women to one man today. But all of those women ain't good for you either. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think about that. So they want you to work for the rest of your life. They want you to work for the rest of your life. Where's the enjoyment in that? I just think that's a whole nother video, okay? Which it is. But however, by March of 2026, if you did not meet those requirements that the Department of Human Services is asking you to fulfill in regards to getting your SNAP benefits, your food stamps, your EBT, they cutting you off in March. And they say that if you don't comply once they cut you off, you can only get 3 months of assistance for the next 3 years. See the bag they put you in? See the bag that they put you in? So now you have to be more innovative. You got to be like the crack man. Not the guy who's selling it, but the crackhead dude who's trying to buy the crack. Because they always innovative with some idea to get more money. And a lot of people, believe it, are going to lose their benefits. They say over 2 million people are going to lose their benefits. And they say they're cutting down on the fraud and everything. 500,000 people have already committed to fraud. And I don't know how many, I forgot, was it over 100 and some thousand people in North Carolina alone, which is governed by a Republican governor, got a whole bunch of fraud on food share programs. Yeah. And Donald Trump says that he is not going to provide the Democratic states with assistance. But Can't do that. That was already blocked by a federal judge. But a federal judge did agree that those people got to meet those requirements, okay? Just think about it. Like I said, if you work 80 hours, that's you working the whole month. If you're working part-time, you're working the whole month for free. If am I making any sense to you? If you're gonna work 80 hours, work 80 hours on a job, man, that you get paid cash. I'm just saying. Now they may eat you up on the taxes. They get you any kind of way that they can. Especially if you are a single person, they kill you on the taxes. Trust me. And you don't get all your money back at the end of the year. But all of these people who got kids, I think it's all unfair. You should get back what you put in. If you got a kid, that's your kid. Take care of your kid. So I have to have a child to get earned income credit. I have to have a child to move up on the housing list if I need assistance for a house or an apartment, the Section 8 thing. I have to sit back and wait because the lady with the children over here is more important than I am. Huh? So it's safe to say if you got a kid, you get all of the spiffs. But not no more, because you got to work for those food stamps if you got children from the ages of 14 to 17. Y'all think about that. And if that's the case, you might as well get your child ready for early life. Have them to start working right now so that you don't have to work for them damn stamps. Now, if you can get away with not working, don't work, okay? I'm just saying. But if I'm going to work, I'm going to work for a paycheck. And, oh, by the way, yes. Oh, like Columbo? By the way, there used to be a loophole that people who were homeless and were veterans, they had a loophole that they can get around. Not no more. The only way that you can be exempt, one of the ways that you can be exempt is if you have you got all your marbles, or you're just physically, your body can't do it, meaning you just can't work. And those cases, if I'm not mistaken, according to the reports, will be in-person interviews so that these case managers or case workers can see you. I'm just saying, it depends on the city and state that you're in, okay? And if your city and state is under the level of poverty in regards to income and jobs, there's a chance that you don't have to work for that. That's the only loophole you get if you are physically able. I'm just saying. From what I've seen. If you know any other loopholes, leave them in the comment section for the people that's out there so that we can continue to help them. Okay? I'm just saying. Shouts out to Donald Trump for getting the dumbass award. Okay? Everybody agree with that? Yeah. And he's coming after those Somalians. Hold on for a minute. Yeah, Donald Trump is... Hey. Sorry about that. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to blow my nose, okay? Can't have snot running down my nose. Now, when I was working in Minnesota, because I used to work in Minnesota, I was a teacher in Minnesota as well. And at this particular school that I was employed by or to, it's on 4th Avenue and Cedar, Minneapolis, Minnesota. 4th and Cedar. Those people over there are going to get raided by the feds. Because Donald Trump has not only put a hit out on illegal immigration that look like, Spanish people, so to say, or what they call Latinos. So it just ain't Mexicans, Venezuelans, Panamanians. It's just not them. It's Somalians now. It's Somalians right now. And I worked at a school that had a building complex attached to it. So these Somalian children did not have to leave their place of residence to even go to school. The school was in the building. So if you all know anybody that's over there on 4th and Cedar Street that's living among all of those Somalians, if they are illegal, please make sure you tell them to go somewhere else. Yeah. And for all of those people that are legal here, that are Somalian, be expecting the same things that happened to these Latino immigrants that was here, the illegals. And the Haitians that's out there in Florida. It's like 450,000 of them. Something like that. That's 500,000 people. Haitians in trouble too. Haitians and Somalians. And everybody else that is not from this country. Hell, some people that are from this country that are legal citizens have been arrested by the feds. So ain't nobody safe. I'm just saying. But I would like to send a word out, so you know ahead of time, you Somalians in Minneapolis, Minnesota, y'all may want to hide somewhere. I'm just keeping it a buck. Y'all can take it or leave it. And right now, I'm about to leave because, like I said, I'm not feeling good. I'm surprised that this live has went this far. But I want to thank you all for being here. And by the way, if you haven't been over to my other channel, MOPOWERZ, here on YOUTUBE, go over there and check out that channel. You will find audiobook series like Black Man of the Nile and His Family, Stolen Legacy, From Babylon to Timbuktu, which I put my foot in, As a Man Thinketh, Cometh on Trial, The Chronological Order from Alchemy to Wicca, The Demonology of King James. Yes, get yourself over there. The Fall of America, The Destruction of Black Civilization. Get yourself over there. The Message to the Black Man in America. Get yourself over there. The World's 16 Crucified Saviors. Get yourself over there. The Miseducation of the Negro. Get yourself over there. MOPOWERZ. And if you are into traveling, you can find a lot of places that you should have took a ride with me with, like to the Mopop Museum in Seattle, Washington. You should have took that ride with me to the Georgia Guidestones while they were still erected. You should have took that ride with me to Black Wall Street down there in Tulsa, Oklahoma. You should have took that ride with me to the National Civil Rights Museum that's in Memphis, Tennessee. You should have took that ride with me to Nevada, where we went to Red Rock Mountain. Did some hiking there. You all should have took that ride with me when I went to the Valley of Fire. You should have took that ride with me. There are so many places, Dallas, Boston, NBA Hall of Fame, Springfield, Massachusetts. Should have took that ride with me. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and the NFL Hall of Fame, both in Ohio. You should have took that ride with me. But we'll be riding again next year, okay? And we got a lot of things coming up on that channel, a lot of more audiobook series. It's the end of the year. I want to put some shorts up there, to end the year out. But next year, starting January 1st, so that means while people are partying on New Year's Eve, I'm going to be working. I'm going to be placing videos. Tons of them. Yeah. Now, my third channel that I have, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space, here on YOUTUBE. Go over there and check that channel out, and you will find classics of hip-hop, classics of gangster rap, classics of comedy, classics of spoken word, like slam poetry, Classics of Chicago Street Clips. It's a whole lot of people over there, like Twister, Shauna, Crucial Conflict, Triple Darkness, Psychodrama. We got all those people over there. We got Dion Cole over there. We got Diane Corder over there. We got Reggie Reg over there. We got Shari over there. We got Dura Banks over there. We got Mano over there. We got High Pilot over there. We got the Rap Factory over there. Yes, THEMOSHOW Classics, all one word, no space here on YOUTUBE. And I'm looking for some positive rappers, some rappers with a message, somebody that gives a message to society or humanity, and not to kill, bang, bang. These rappers are rare, but they're out there. And if you know anybody like that, please, by all means, give them my information. Yeah, the Mo Show Chicago, or they can leave their message on THEMOSHOW Classics right here on YouTube. Yeah, it's worth it. Okay, my fourth channel I may be taking down, or I may leave it and read. I got to work on that channel. Like I said, they've been giving me a hard time about that channel. But for the top three, yeah. But this is the brand channel, okay? THEMOSHOW Chicago. But that last channel, which I didn't tell you the name of, it's called Kung Fu Genius Space Kick Ass. And you got like 7 videos up there. That's all I'm putting up there for now. I got more material, but I'm having problems with YouTube about that. But before I leave, I do want to say thank you, YouTube. And once again, I'm verifying. This is the second time that I'm verifying my address. This is the second time that you all say that you are sending me a PIN number. So you're resending the first one that I never got, which was a half a year ago almost. My address is correct. Forms are filled out. Like I say, we even did the currency test, and you all know what that means. We already did that. But I want to thank you. And I'm looking out in my emails for everything that you all leave for me. Yeah. YOUTUBE. And on your way out the door, I want you to hit the subscribe button. Hit the word all and the notification bell to help ensure that you get notifications when we upload videos here on YOUTUBE. And also press those condiments, the like and the share. Share the information with relatives, friends, co-workers, anyone that you come into contact with. It is a magnificent way to jumpstart your conversation. And it is my hopes and our hopes that you got something out of this LIVE. And like I said, if you're in the live chat right now, hit the subscribe button. Don't cost you 1 red cent. That is one of the best ways that you can support the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Another way to support the channel is through, the super chat. I do have a super chat. I do have a super chat on this channel. So if you're feeling generous enough, send me a super chat. Me and YouTube would appreciate that. Subscribe, super chat, and one last way is to join the membership. We have memberships on this channel. We have a gold membership and we have a silver membership. Whatever membership that you can afford, if you're feeling generous, we appreciate your kindness and all of your contributions. If you can't do it monetarily, just press the subscribe button, hit the like and the share. We appreciate that. That's my time for right now, you all. Not unless you all got something that you want me to answer for you. Yeah. Any questions out there? Says, no, I haven't got one. Are you on here every night? Am I on here every night? I try to be live every other night because YouTube said that They don't need me doing a live every day, but I'm at a live now. Just think about it, how long it took for a person like me to get lives. Like it took you, what, 1,000 subscribers? I'm just saying. So, but they give you a time limit. They give you a window where you get more views for the time that they give you at the prescribed time. But what if you want to say something before the prescribed time? Do you just upload? Do you do a live? So you're still going to be on here. You're still going to be on here delivering the message. Now, what is it? Going on 12 o'clock? I still would have had to wait a whole nother hour. If I was just looking for the numbers, I would love the numbers. But it seems to me some kind of way that you have people who gangster their way into slots. Y'all know I ain't lying. They either gangstering their way into slots or they paying. So, and I'm broke. So I ain't paying. I'm just saying. I'm done watching live stream tonight. Have a great night. Hey, I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you out there, T. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. We'll try to be here tomorrow night. I mean, we can be here tomorrow afternoon, okay? But we'll be here, you all. Thank you for watching this channel, supporting this channel, and thank you for pressing the subscribe button. Peace out, you all. Never ever give up on your DREAMS, and that's my TIME.